Alright, so this is how gang stalking is. They have to make it very subtle. Has to seem like something that could just be a coincidence and something that can't be proven. It has to be something where if like you go to the police station with your evidence, they'll be like, yeah, okay, and they won't even like listen to you. So on specific days, when there's this one particular factor, and I'm not going to say what that factor is, whether it's a thing or a person, but you could just tell certain days everything goes right. Even if something goes wrong, it's like immediately fixed. But then on other days, when there's this factor, something always goes wrong. I'm set up to make less money. My things won't charge. Jobs get canceled a lot, switched around, everything's a problem. It seems like people are going into my car, it seems like people are touching my stuff, etc., right? Today was one of those days where that factor is present, and so I'm out in my work vehicle waiting to go to my job, and I notice my job is not on my tablet. So I call the office, and it turns out the job is canceled. So now my job is not until later. I try to go into my gated community, back into the house, because now I have to wait about 4 or 5 hours until my next job. And the gate is frozen stuck. And it appears that all along the rest of the perimeter of the gate, everything is dry. All around the property, there's just snow and ground, like it's dry. There's no like water, there's no puddles, there's no ice, nothing. But right under the gate lock, which has been known to freeze, there's a pile of water, which means somebody poured water there in hopes to make it freeze. What else would be the reason that there's water only underneath the ground, underneath the lock of the gate? I'll show you. You see how there's melted water ice only right here, right below the lock. Somebody poured water there to freeze. So it's stuck. The only place is right here under the lock. It's the only place where there's melted water. See? Nowhere else along the whole fence. Just under the lock. See? Nowhere else under the whole fence. Nope. Just where that lock is. You see? Yeah, so now I had to be inconvenienced because I had to go back to my car and sit in my car. Couldn't get into my house. My son was sleeping, so I couldn't wake him up. Somebody pickpocketed my keys weeks ago, and the superintendent still hasn't given me the code to my door or the key to my door. So I'm trapped outside of my car, so I had no other thing that I could do except I went to Dunkin' Donuts, I went to the gym, realized I didn't have my gym clothes and gym shoes on me or my tanning stuff for the gym, so I had to just do like the massage chairs or whatever. And then I finally had an idea because I got tired of sitting in my car and I kind of wanted to take a nap, and there's so many other things I could be doing. That I said, okay, well, I know my key fob works to let me in as a car now too, so let me do that. So I was able to get in the car side with my key fob. Then That's a new thing that they finally put on there. And the first time I parked my car in there, some man gave me a problem and was like in my personal space and wouldn't back up. And then, like, he said you could break the lease. And I was like, is that a threat to my housing? And he said, no, quite the opposite. So I don't know. It's just been a whole ordeal. This is how they fuck with you, just to like, they want to get you to snap. They want to call the police on you. They want to label you a problem and an issue, but it's reactive abuse because they're abusing you. They work together to abuse you in these little, like, annoying ways that upset you and upset your life. And then they make false reports and shit on you, put you on a watch list, government watch list, and do the community policing. It's really stalking. It's really illegal. And it's abuse. And I will be rich off lawsuits one day because of this. That is a prophecy, and that is why I'm documenting everything.